What up, movie buffs? I'm Ryan.
And I'm Jonah.
And you're now tuned into the Cash Compound's 2 cents.
Yeah, this is where we break down a scene from a movie to learn things we can apply to our own financial environment.
So, silence your cell phones,
Grab your popcorn,
sit back, and enjoy your film. The Banker is a movie that came out in 2020. It tells the true story of two African-American entrepreneurs in the 1960s that hatch an ingenious plan to fight for housing integration.
Yeah, so as we watched this movie, there was one particular scene that stood out to us. Check it out.
Should tell me how a bank works in 3 sentences.
A bakery makes a profit by selling bread for more than it costs to make. A bank makes a profit by selling loans for more than it costs to get the money needed to make those loans. Basically, a bank gets money from depositors at 3% and loans it out at 5%.
Well, it actually was 3 sentences.
Turns out banks make bank. Mm-hmm. And we're going to prove it to you using today's values.
Okay, so most everyone you know gets a paycheck or a commission check. They earn money, and then they stick that money inside a bank, yes?
Yeah, oh, absolutely. I think it's safe to say everyone does that. The people who don't nowadays, they're few and far between.
I agree. So here's my question. Why do we do that? What in the world do we get out of it?
Nowadays, it's really convenience, the debit card, online banking, things like that. The Banker, it's set in the 60s. It was interesting how he said that banks get money at 3% and then give it 5%. Jonah, does your bank account give you 3% growth on the money you have in your account?
Nope, not even close. Not in that checking account, but we put our money in there anyway, even though banks don't grow it like they used to. So let me ask you this new question. If everyone you know puts their money into banks, do banks have a lot of money or a little bit?
I would say they have quite a bit.
Okay, but how much of that money actually belongs to them?
I would say not very much at all. if we're the ones depositing the money.
Right. So here's where it gets really interesting. If we were to Google right now your favorite bank, right? And we Googled how much money did your favorite bank make last year, the bank's annual revenue, what in the world would Google say?
I mean, let's do it. Let's see what Google says about some of these popular banks.
Whoa, so just to be clear, they hold everyone else's money, and at the end of the year, they literally make millions or billions of dollars for themselves.
Loans are assets to banks, just like the movie says, because that's how they make profit. They take our money, earn more money with it that they then keep.
Yep.
As you saw, those loans are crazy profitable assets. Banks don't have to make a ton off of each individual loan. They just need to control a ton of money.
There you go. Banks understand how money grows and how it flows. And if we want to regain control of our money, the smart thing to do would be to do exactly what the banks are doing. So it sounds to me like we just need to open up our own bank.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds great. Now, in case you were thinking that, like us, here's the steps to open up your own bank right now. 1, you're going to need some capital, let's say about $20 million, and of course it must be liquid. 2, you'll need to go through the banking commissioner's office and apply for a bank charter. I'm told about 1 out of 100 bank charters are granted, and it takes quite a few years to get. And then 3, you'll have to entice people to use your bank over the established banks that have been around for years, which probably means you'll have to pay them something better than what they're getting at their current bank. If you open a bank and give 3% growth, let me know, maybe let Jonah know, and we may open accounts with you.
Right. So those are the basic steps. And of course we skipped plenty, but trust us, opening your own Wells Fargo is not for the faint of heart. So there's another way that you can own a bank, though.
Yep.
You can use the only guaranteed product that works more like a bank than it does any other product ever created. And that's actually whole life insurance.
And you might be thinking, what does whole life insurance have to do with banking? Actually, more than you think. See, here are the qualities of a bank that match exactly with whole life insurance qualities.
I'm ready. So 1, the access and use of someone else's money. In other words, the ability to use someone else's money to make loans at a higher percentage than it's costing you. the control to be able to decide when and what to spend that money on. And of course, most importantly, the profit of all the new money that someone else's money just made you.
And you're getting the growth that banks used to give.
There you go.
But it's going to grow within the whole life policy. That's why on this channel we've devoted so much time and energy to teaching you at home exactly how to use life insurance in this way. That's what the cash compound is all about. We know it's not traditional, but traditional ways to control money aren't as profitable as banks can be. What we've been taught to do benefits someone else more than it benefits us.
Exactly. So if you're watching this video, then you need to learn more about private banking. You've just got to check out our full video explanation of this in the description below.
Yeah, and after you watch the video explanation, book a free consultation call with Jonah or me, and we'll walk you through personally how becoming your own banker can help you be like a bank in your life and take back financial control.
You know, a great man once said, every man should be in two businesses, the one in which he earns a living and the banking business that finances what he does for a living. And of those two, banking is the most important.